Hi guys, welcome back. This is G-Man, My World 67. Today is Friday, March the 27th. And today, I'm going to call this Backup Friday. Calling it Backup Friday because I'm going to take this opportunity today to back up and do something that we've been talking about doing for the last 6 months, that I actually did start, but I never got around to getting back to and finishing. So we're going to try to get that done today. Some of you may remember this William Crooks. And I had several of you guys request that it be done, and it was my intention to do it, but had so many other things happen and so many other things come up, I just never got around to it. So today, I want you to see the condition of that tender. See how rusty those wheels are. Tales of Wells Fargo. But I do have 2 or 3 of these tenders, so I'll either try to get to this one today and get it repaired. It needs, we had to get rid of this rust first of all, take these wheels off, get them cleaned up, clean up the side frames, and go from there. Just a quick review. There was almost a double set of passenger cars that went with this set, and they're in pretty decent shape. That one's a little bent on the corner. They're all dirty. Wheels are all dirty. Smokestacks are broke off. The base is there. So we'll look at those, see what we have to do with them. Now there's that one. There's another tender right there. And it's just about in the same condition as the other one is. Actually, the body's a little better on the first one that I showed you. But the wheel sets are just filthy on this. They're not as rusty. And the wheels are not as rusty. They're just dirty. So we've got a couple of tenders right there to choose from. And like I say, I know I've got at least 1 or 2 more of these tenders. That we can possibly use. Now we won't get to these cars today. That's another one. You can see how it's been on the end. The other one's the same way. This one's worse. Rusty, rusty, rusty. These have sat in water. At some time or another. think they've possibly been through one of the floods that we've had over the last few years. As they were dirtier than this when I first got them. I did clean them up some when they first came. Damaged on the corner. Seems like they all have that damage on one corner. Rust, this one's not quite as rusty. Missing the stacks. That's no deal. I'll either make more stacks for them or I'll get replacement stacks. The problem with buying replacement parts is replacement parts are very expensive. And you can actually put more in the parts nowadays than you actually have in the item itself. When you've got too much in the item and you have to buy parts, then you're really hurting. Rusty. Side frames, the safety bars, broken stack, missing stack, but the roof line is not bent, it's undented. It's the only one that is. Now I think what I had done was that other set of cars, because I remember distinctly this came with 2 sets. I think what I had done was with that other set of cars, I think I traded them off to somebody last year that was in need of some cars. Okay, we're going to put those back down in the box. Put the paper back down in there. And I'm going to set this back down in there too for now. Get it out of the way. Move our camera a little closer and let's get started. Okay, as I said, this is that same William Crooks. By now I know there's a lot of things you probably don't remember about it, but you can go back and you can view the earlier video. Still did not get this repaired. I was able to had gone through the motor and got it up and going and cleaned it up a little bit. It didn't do a whole lot to it, and we're going to test it again today to make sure, see what's going on with it. But I did begin to repair these window struts. And I've got them repaired, both sides, and reinforced. You can see the reinforcing in there. And so we'll get those painted back black. Let's check the motor. Now it's been sitting for the last year again. Now I do have some parts. I have a new front cowl for this that was sent to me by my friend John Long last year. So that when I got ready to work on this, he sent me one that I could modify for it, and I thought I had put it down there in the box with those things, but apparently I did not, because I don't see it. But I do have it here in one of my parts boxes. Apparently, I put stuff up to try to help me keep track of it. If I don't do anything with it right away, and it's not in one of my service boxes, which is the stuff that I just go to daily or all the time and pull out what I need, then I lose track of where it is. And that's the case with that, but we'll find it. I'm not going to take a lot of time with this video this morning. I just wanted you to see anyway that I was going to get started working on it. As I say, I'd already got the new window stanchions in. They have been repaired, and we've got them braced and got this situated back right on the chassis. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's still running. So we're in good shape there. I'm going to have to oil it again, probably go through and clean it some more. It's just been a year, and as I say, I never did really do anything with it except try to straighten it up on its chassis. And as you can see, it still has the original rivets in it because I didn't want to drill them out to fix this and get it going unless I absolutely had to pull the motor out, which I did not have to do. The motor was just dirty. The armature face of the armature was just dirty. I cleaned it up. If I remember correctly, I cleaned the wheels a little bit, and they're still not clean. And oiled it, lubed it, and got it broke loose. Put it back in the box, and it's been there ever since. Then I pulled it out back when we were talking about working on it, and I did go ahead and repair the stanchions and the windows, and then once again put it back in the box because I had other projects and other things that I was working on, and that's where it's been ever since. Now, this has a light on it, and it does have a bulb in it. And the bulb is working. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Let me try to turn that a little bit. Now remember when I did take it apart to clean it, this socket was completely out, and I had a problem getting it back up in there. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that it's missing. Of course, we know it's missing the front cowling, and we know that's missing a plume or two on the stacks. It has a broken corner on the roof, and other than that, once we get the cowling repaired, put a couple of plumes of some kind or another on it, repair that corner, clean it up, go over the motor again, make sure it's good and oiled, lubed, the wheels are all clean. I think we're going to have a great running engine. Now that's not really that noisy either, considering, and a lot of the Marks motors are a lot noisier than this. See, there's a little rough spot right there, and we'll take care of that. But anyway, that's a little review of this engine to where we're at with it as of right now. I'm going to go ahead today. I'll probably make another video and let you see how I repair this, and I'm going to find that front cowling and get that repaired, and we'll look at putting those plumes on there and doing something with this little area here. Alright, well, that's all I have for you right now. See you back in a little bit. As always, happy rails. Until next time. This is G-Man, part 1 of this video.